In this session, we'll see how to connect two routers. In the last session, we've seen how to connect two PCs to a single router. So a router was connected directly to PC. Usually a router is used to connect two different LANs, and they are not usually connected directly to PC. So it has to go through a switch or it has to go through an hub. So a router is connected through a switch or a hub to the PCs, because router is used to connect LANs and not PCs. Because router is a three-layer switch, it's used for routing the packets and it's used to connect bigger LANs. Whereas hub and switch is used for the LAN connection where all the PCs are connected to it. So this helps in the addressing of the packets. So in this session, we'll see first how to connect a router through a switch, and then we'll see how to connect two routers. Okay, so we'll just remove this router we had connected. So there are two PCs. We'll add a switch now. You can add a hub also, but for this example, I'll add a switch. We'll add the links to it. Now you can see there is orange color. That means it is not yet set. So if it shows orange color, just go to config, click on the Ethernet 0/1. Make sure it is on. Now this one should be on. If it is not on, you'll get a orange color or a red color. Similarly for the second link, make sure it is on. So you can see it's green color now. So if it is green, then it means connection is established. You can check a message. So you can see it is successful. So a switch to PCs is successful. Now we'll connect a router. Now this is a LAN which is connected to a router. So how do you give the address now? In the previous example, there was a direct connection here, router to PC. And we had given there is one IP address here also, and there was one IP address here also. And there was one IP address here, and there was one IP address here. So total 4 IP address was there. And we had 4 IP addresses because this was considered as one LAN and this was considered as another LAN. See, this LAN is different. This is 10.2 and whereas this one is 20.2. So this is separate LAN, this is separate LAN. Now we'll make this whole thing as one LAN. So we'll just change the IP address of this. Okay, this is 10.2 and this is 10.3. So both are in the same LAN now. So we'll connect this LAN to this router. So when you bring the cursor here, you can know which Ethernet link has been connected. Now it is showing Ethernet 0/3 is down, whereas 1 and 2 is set, 3 is still down. We have to set the address now. First, we'll give an address to a router. Now to connect to router also, we need an address. So initially it is not on. So now we'll give the address and then set it as on. Now because this router belongs to this LAN, you should give this LAN address itself. So this is your this LAN address. Now we'll give a number, separate number. So we'll give it as 1. Just click here, the subnet mask will come. It will come automatically. Now click on this on. So now you can see it's green, so router is set up, but not the Ethernet. Ethernet, this one is 0/3. So click on it, it will become selected. When you select this on, when it is set up, the color changes. So this green color indicates it is the link is set up. So we will check whether it's working properly or not. We'll create a new scenario. Okay, this is working because both are in the same LAN and it can go through a switch. So it doesn't require a router. Now, when is router required? Router is required whenever you go to a different LAN. So we'll make the same topology here. Okay. We'll make another topology because we need to connect two routers. Next, we'll select the switch. So next, we'll select router. Now we'll create all the links now. You have to click and drag and click for making the connections. Now it's all red color, so that means IP address has not been set properly. So we'll now put all the IP address for this one. Go to desktop, IP config. You can see it turned green color, so that means it is connected. Now we have to give our IP address for this also. Now this LAN is 20, so 20.1. I have to click on this on, then the link is set. See the IP address properly. So this is how the IP address has been set. This is 20.2, 20.3, and to the router it is 20.1. Now we'll check whether the message will go between these two pieces. Okay, so it is successful. See once again. Now between these two LANs, is there any communication? Now we'll check that. We'll send a message from PC0 to PC3. So you can see it is failed. Now why it is failed? Because there is no connection between these two routers. So we'll just create a link. Now what should be the address for this one, for this link? Now this is one LAN and this is another LAN. Now this link is also a LAN which is connecting all the routers. So this link doesn't belong to either this LAN or this LAN. Okay, so you should be careful what address you're going to give here. So we have to give a different LAN address for this link. So this is Gigabit Ethernet 001. So the 001 will give a third LAN address. We'll give a different class address so that not to have confusion. So we'll give 10.10.10.1. So it became green color, so that means the link is established. So just have a look at these addresses, what is being given. This is the first LAN, this is 10.2, 10.3. This is the second LAN, this is 20.2, 20.3. And this is the third LAN, which is connecting the routers. So it is 10.1 and 10.2. Now we'll check whether it works or not. So we'll send a message from PC0 to PC1. So you can see again it failed. We'll try from this LAN to this LAN. So it failed again. Now within the LAN it is successful, but across the LAN it fails. That is because it is not able to go through the routers. So we have to give the router address now. So to give the router address, we have to set the router address in this PC. We have to set the gateway address. Now the gateway address is nothing but the router address. The gateway address for this PC is this router. So this address is your gateway address. And usually router and gateway are same. It's considered as same. Even though gateway is considered as a main router which connects countries, usually router and gateway are same because they work in the 3-layer interface. So the gateway address for this LAN is see, you have to give 10 this 192.168.10.1 and not this link, because this link is a different LAN. So this PC belongs to this LAN, so you have to give this LAN address. So we have set the default gateway. Similarly for this one. Again the same address because both the PCs belongs to the same LAN. Now for the second LAN, we have to set the gateway. Now the gateway address for this is this address, what you have set, because 20.1 belongs to this LAN and not this. So be careful what address you're going to set. Similarly for PC4. Okay, now check whether the gateway address has been set. So you can see that gateway address has been set here. So when you click, when you bring the cursor on this PC, you can check all the 3 addresses: Ethernet address and gateway. So here also gateway address is set. This also it is set. So this also it is set. Now we'll try whether the message can be sent or not. See, again it is failed, PC0 to PC3. Why? Because we have just set only the gateway address. Okay. Now how does router know that the PC message has to go through this link? So the router doesn't know which address or which path it has to be followed. So you have to set the route also to it. So now who's going to tell which route it has to go? So there's something called as dynamic routing, which it itself will calculate the routes. So to find out what is the route, you have to set the addresses. So click this router. You have to set up the router address or the LAN address which is connected to this router. So here you have to give all the network addresses. So this router is connected to 2 different LANs. So give the network address. So the network address of this is 192.168.10.0. So click on add. Now there's another LAN that is connected. Okay, now you can see that I'm giving it as 10.0 and this one is just 0. The IP address what has been set here is 192.168.10.1. That is because the network address will always start with 0. This is the IP address for the link, but the network address is 10.0, even for this. So we have set the address for this router. We'll go for the second one. Now suppose we just give this address, what happens? We'll see that. See here, it automatically converts it to the 20.0. That is because the network address is, because network ID is 192.168.20, and all the network address start from 0. So it doesn't require all the address of the fourth part of your IP address. The another network that is connected is so it will automatically remove all the masked address because this is the address that is sufficient for it to calculate the route. So we have set up the addresses. Now this is the dynamic routing. It itself will calculate what is the route. So now we'll check whether a message can be sent. See, initially it is failed because it doesn't know. It has to, we have to send a message 1 or 2 times. Once all the message starts going, then it will calculate the routes. So at the first time, it will always fail. So again, send it because it doesn't know the routes. It has to calculate the routes itself. Again, it is failed because it's still calculating the route. Okay, third time it is successful. Okay, because it knows now which path it has to take. Now PC1 to PC3 successful. Now everything becomes successful. Okay, this is called your dynamic routing protocol, where dynamically it will find out what is the route it has to take. And we are not giving what kind of routes it is. So this is about dynamic routing. In the next session, we'll see what is static routing. Static routing means we ourselves have to set up the routes.